Hello, everybody. This is Bennyhillz back with another Supreme Vintage Cube draft, and we are right up there on the leaderboard. Last night I played two that I didn't record, or actually I did record the screen, but I didn't record audio over them because my parents were asleep. 1:31 a.m. is when it ended, and I managed to take the lead. But then Team J Bro took two overnight, I guess, or I don't know where they live, but one was overnight for me, so back down by two. But I think we're in a good shape to get this trophy lead, and hopefully we can make some headway right here. Pretty good start. We got a Mox. Not the best Mox. In fact, probably the worst Mox. Or Mox Emerald's probably worse, but that's okay. The blue cards here are terrible. There's only one, and it's Frost Titan, which is sort of bad. I kind of like the idea, with a Mox Ruby, I kind of like the idea of taking a Plateau and potentially moving into some sort of aggressive deck. Or, I mean, we'll see. Like, Mox Ruby is really, really great in red-white aggro, and red-white aggro can be a good deck if you get some solid hate bears. And we're not losing out on much by not taking the Frost Titan. I guess we could take Prismatic Vista, but I think I like taking the Plateau here. The upside is very high if we can pick up like a Thalia here or something. No Thalia, but Monastery Mentor Chromox. That's pretty good. We could also just take a Snapcaster, but I think this is actually a little bit better. Monastery Mentor is great with a bunch of cheap Moxen, and Chromox is cheap Mox. All right, now I think we just go with two Planeswalkers. These are both great if you can drop them early, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. I mean, again, we could be in we could go Counterspell Uro and be doing like that sort of thing, but I think this will actually be pretty strong for us. Some consideration to Sword of Body in mind, but I don't think we want to do that. I think these are both pretty strong. Well, there's Mana Drain, so we are seeing some of those powerful cards, but Spirit of the Labyrinth is amazing. Definitely want to take that. This is such a good hate card. And then we could take Strip Mine, Chromox, Wear Tear. I don't think we want Runaway Steamkin because we don't know how heavy red will be. I'm actually going to take the Chromox here. It's a little awkward. I don't want to play three, so taking two this early is a little bit weird, but this deck is really going to be banking on playing like a turn one or two Gideon or Chandra. I think we're going to be very committed to that sort of plan, so I want to maximize that. Okay, this pack is sort of a brick for us. Well, Hellrider is okay. I guess we just go Hellrider, Flicker Wisp. Neither is great, and the fact that they're both double 2 white and 2 red, that's not great because, I mean, yeah, the mana could just be a little bit awkward. So far, all of our acceleration does add red/white, so that's good. But I think this is what we should do. They're both solid. Hellrider ends the game fast, and Flicker Wisp can deal with tokens and some things that are a big part of this format. Okay, now we definitely want to take this land. And then Krark is sort of bad. I mean, it can be good if you have a lot of burn. It can be good in some situations, but it's not great for us. Do we want Amiria's Call or just Eidolon of Obstruction? Eidolon of Obstruction is pretty weak. I think I'm actually going to take the Call here over the Obstruction. All right, there's an Arid Mesa, Seasoned Pyromancer, Stoneforge Mystic. All of those are pretty nice. I definitely want the Arid Mesa. We don't have any equipment right now, but we could get some. I think Elspeth is a little bit too expensive. Seasoned Pyromancer is really strong. I think the upside on the Stoneforge is a little bit higher, though. I think we're going to go with that. Okay, well, whoops. Our mana's looking good. We can take a Flooded Strand. And then I think we should go another Chandra. I don't really think we're going to be Spectral Procession. I like these red cards quite a bit, and we have good fixing. And this just means with 3 Moxen and 3 good... Oh, yeah, this is perfect. Okay, this is a great Black Lotus deck. I mean, pretty much any deck is. But we have all these 4-drops that we really want to play on turn 1. And then we have Sulfuric Vortex, Swords, and Mother of Runes. I actually think I'm going to take the Swords here because it's really good. This is very, very strong interaction. And yeah, I think it's it's a little bit more irreplaceable. And Mother of Runes is like the best. Like in normal Vintage Cube, I would take this, but we don't really care about 1-drops as much because we're hoping to play like 2, 3, 4 drops on turn 1, not just a 1-drop. And Sulfuric Vortex is just a little bit slow. I think I would want it in some matchups, but I think this is just a bit better. Okay, this is really tough now. There's Phyrexian Revoker, Karn, and Needle Spires. I actually think Karn is great. This plays well with our theme of like 4-mana Planeswalkers that just win the game on their own. So I think that is the best card for us. And then it's Revoker versus Needle Spires, and I think I'm going to go with the Revoker. Needle Spires is nice, but entering tapped is a pretty big cost, and Revoker is just great. It pumps up the Karn constructs. It's easy to cast. It'll like either be a Stone Rain or shut down a Planeswalker. Like, yeah, it's just a very strong card in this format. Okay, not much for us here. Polluted Delta does not help us. Hellish Norn is too expensive. I guess we just go. Well, Sulfuric Vortex, I think it seems nice. It's not like, yeah. Well, there will be some matchups where it's bad, but I think it'll be good overall. And then the question is Ravages of War versus Banefire. We have a lot of 4s. It is nice to have a little bit of burn to close out the game, though. I think I'll go with the Banefire. There's so, like against a slow control deck, then Banefire plus Sulfuric Vortex is a really tough engine for them to beat. Oh, this is great. So On-Color Mox is beautiful. And then I think we just go with the Fetch Land over the Needle Spires. Want that untapped mana. And Char and Student Warfare would both be okay, but I think I'm just going to take the Elite Fixing instead. I really want to have access to double red and or double white like very quickly. Okay, I think we're just going to continue taking unbelievable fixing here. Yeah, I think this is where we want to be. We really are relying on having access to these as early as possible. So stumbling on mana is not really acceptable. Okay, here we can take. This is not the best for us, but I don't think Spectral Procession is where we want to be. Faithless Looting is actually pretty good. It's awkward with Spirit of the Labyrinth, so we'll want to avoid that. But we'll have a lot of we have a lot of mana stuff, and so this can help us get through that. And then I actually think Siege Gang is reasonable here. This might look weird, but we have a lot of acceleration, and this can end the game pretty quickly. I mean, we could also take a Hallowed Fountain to enable a splash. Well, actually, let's think about this. If we picked up, we can't fetch it with a Bloodstained Mire, but we have 1, 2, 3 fetches that get it, and then Black Lotus. So if we do pick up like an Ancestral or a Time Walk, that could be really good. No, we're a little bit light on playables. I don't think we've already spent too many picks on that sort of thing. Or not too many, but I don't want to spend more. Okay, this is a pretty good pack. We can take a second Swords and a Hazoret. Actually, I think I like Lodestone more than Hazoret. Yeah, I think we go Swords plus Lodestone here instead. This is another one of these really, really good 4-drops that we can play on turn 1 and really mess people up. Okay, I think we just go with a Burst Lightning here. Yeah, we'll take a Burst Lightning, and then we need some more playables. I guess at this point we are playing Banefire. Do we pick a second Siege Gang or an Inspiring Vantage? Right now we would play 17 lands, and that's just way too many. Yeah, as much as I do want the Inspiring Vantage, I think I'm going to take another Siege Gang here. Okay, Koth is great. That ends the game very quickly, and I think I like Glorybringer a little bit more than no, we should take the Giver of Runes. We should, yeah. I don't want the curve to be too high, and we have tons of expensive stuff. Okay, Mox in the last pack is beautiful. That's very, very, very good for us. We can take that, and then right now we would be playing 13 lands, although Amiri's Call is only sort of land. We could take Selfless Spirit, Metamorph, a third Siege Gang. I don't think we want a third Siege Gang. Wasteland. I think I want to play this, and I don't want to play that many lands, so we'll take this, and then we can play that over one extra land. Yeah, that seems fine. So I think we're playing literally every single card we drafted here. If we played 2 and 2, that's 11 lands. So in terms of red sources, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 sources of red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 sources of white. Holy cow. Okay, yeah, this is actually an amazing deck, I think. I'm not sure I could see. Oh wait, we didn't get any stuff for Stoneforge. I forget what we took this over, but I regret that now, obviously. And we have literally no other cards to play, so I guess we'll play land. Let's sort this by color. Okay, so we have more white sources and more red cards, so we'll just add one more mountain. Yep. And yeah, we'll run this. It's a little bit interesting. I mean, yeah, I actually think it's really good. I think it's good. We'll see how it goes. It's always a little scary to run into a format without playing blue, but we'll see. I mean, this deck has the potential for some really, really busted turn ones. We can, we have a lot of ways to turn one a Planeswalker or a Lodestone Golem. We have, we can just go turn one Black Lotus, Monastery Mentor, then play out a bunch of Moxen. We have good interaction with the swords, some filtering with a Faithless Looting. Having no Thalias hurts, but we actually have 18 non-creature spells, so, I mean, yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm cautiously optimistic that this could be a really strong deck. I will see you in round 1. All right, here we are for round 1 against, I'm not going to try that one, this person. Unfortunately, we are on the draw, and unfortunately, we have to mulligan, so not the best of starts. But this is great. This hand is very strong. Turn 1, Spirit of the Labyrinth. Turn 2, Sulfuric Vortex. Plus, what do we put back? I guess Banefire. Yeah, Banefire. Banefire is nice with Sulfuric Vortex, because, it'll be a low life total game. Ooh. They can take our Mox Pearl here, which slows us down a lot. Yeah, that really sucks. And now we don't even have a white source. All right, that was a okay draw. I mean, the best draw would have been another Mox Pearl. I think we have 2. All right, sweet. Nice, no play, okay. If we can stick the Sulfuric Vortex, that should be really tough for them to deal with. Thief of Sanity, okay. I don't really care about that. That was a good draw. I think I will attack here. If these trade, that's fine. Okay, they don't. Now we drop this. Now the race is on. They can get some value out of that thief, but I don't know if it'll be enough. We can also Flicker Wisp. If they hit a creature of ours and play it, we can Flicker Wisp it and we'll get the creature back. Dang. Unfortunate that 2 lands just went to the bin. Is that our Black Lotus? Yes, it is. Phyrexian Revoker. Well, we'll attack for 3. And unfortunately, all we can do is just play this Revoker, and we'll name Black Lotus. Ooh, okay, that's really bad for us, actually. So yeah, now we're very behind. If we can stick a Chandra, though, and kill the thief, we'll be okay. But I feel like they're going to have a counterspell. Oh, no. What are they playing? 5? Oh, Bribery? Pfft. I guess they can get Siege Gang. Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty bad. But they can get Siege Gang Commander. If we draw a white source, though, then we're good to go. Because then we can flicker their Siege Gang. We'll get it back. We'll get all the tokens. I mean, we won't be able to get into the Spirit of the Labyrinth on the ground, but we really need to draw land. I think this should be a really, really good matchup for us. We'll probably lose this one. We're probably 25% to win, but we're a heavy favorite in games 2 and 3, I think. Ooh. Okay, unfortunately, we actually just have to suicide this Spirit of the Labyrinth. Hopefully, they block with a Goblin and not the Siege Gang. Good. All right, now, all right. So we play this, and we hope to hit a white source. Well, not exactly how I drew it up, but sure. Discard Lodestone and Karn. Oh, wait, we don't have a white source. All right, yeah, I'm just going to scoop here. I think they got us. Yeah. So, rough game 1. We had mana colored problems, which is very annoying. We only have 3 mountains in the deck, and we drew 2 of them, which really messed up our colored mana situation. Against Bribery, having these Siege Gangs is awkward, but we can't really sideboard anything, so we'll just run it back. We get to be on the play here, which is huge. And I'll keep this. We can pitch the Amiria's Call and then go just Revoker into Vortex. It's heavy on the mana, but I think that's okay. So the question is, what do we want to name with a Revoker? And I think I'm just going to name Mox Sapphire. Yeah, we haven't seen any other artifact, like anything from them, and that's the Mox that they're like most likely to have, I guess, or it's the scariest. And our colored mana situation is great. We don't have to worry about any problems with that. Okay, is it Signet? Well, I wish I named that, but we couldn't have known. Drawing Black Lotus there is annoying. We could have played that on turn 1 if we had the Black Lotus originally. Grab a Plateau. I guess I'll play the Lotus. Yeah, I guess there's not really any reason not to. Oh, actually, we should have held it. I forgot about Monastery Mentor. Hit for 2. The fact that they played Ancient Tomb against our Sulfuric Vortex is a little bit dicey for them. They can play like a Thief of Sanity, but I don't care about that. Time Warp, that's almost a liability. Like I mean, they get to play an extra land, but they take 2 damage. Okay, they didn't do anything. I wonder if that was intentional. That was a great draw, so we go... actually, I guess we'll attack first. Next game, we'll play in the Dark. We'll just name, is it Signet? All right, sweet. Got that win. That was pretty easy. Do we want to make any changes? No. We have 19 things that are basically lands, so Flood is a bit of an issue. I really wish that we took this over instead. Yeah, I would love to cut 1 land for one of those things, but that's all good. This hand has no creatures. Lots of interaction. But I think we need to be more explosive. Okay, this hand is great. I'll definitely keep this. Put back Banefire. We have turn 2 Chandra, turn 3 Siege Gang. They lead on Ancient Tomb. Oh, they have a Mox Ruby of their own. That's annoying. Assault Monolith. All right, lots of mana over there. I would love to draw another Mox. Turn 1 Chandra. Ooh. I guess we just play that in turn 1. It's a little bit awkward because we're going to play the 2 Mox in first, but still, it's a good turn 1 play. That's some nice colored mana situation. 2 on-color Mox and then an original dual land. So they have a lot of mana. I don't know what they have, but they can do some scary things. Demonic Tutor. So they have 5 mana. They could have a Batterskull, which actually wouldn't be that bad. We could Chandra minus to kill it and then potentially kill them before they could get it back down into play. They could have like a Mind Twist to hit our hand, but we'll get the Chandra down first. They don't have any blue mana, which is worth noting. They actually might just get blue mana. Like Tolarian Academy. That would be a bit scary. That's actually an okay draw, surprisingly, because it gives us... oh, well, we could play Siege Gang, actually. That does hit harder. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to do that. Siege Gang Commander represents 8 points of burn by itself. We can't do 8 points of burn right now. We could only do 4, 6 if we draw a land. Gonti. Okay, that's not really going to cut it. We can just play Chandra and kill that. Yeah, I think we should be pretty much good to go here. Unless they hit something that really... I guess they could hit Burst Lightning. Okay, that's probably ours, right? Oh, no, that's theirs. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. All right, so I think what we're going to do here... Actually, this is awkward. This is pretty bad. We can go sack a Goblin to kill Siege Gang, Chandra minus to kill Gonti, and then attack all out. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Unfortunately, that means we have to play this untapped. We actually could get... Well, what are... Our other line is to just play Chandra plus for mana and then kill the Siege Gang with our Siege Gang and then just like try and win with Chandra. How much if we make the attack, if we make the all-out aggressive line, what happens? So these guys both die. We attack for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. They can double block the Siege Gang and block one of these things and take 6. But then their board is empty and we still have a Goblin and Swiss Spear or a Mentor and the Monk in play, which is pretty good. If we go for the longer plan, we can make some Angels. But I don't think we want to fight a long game here. I think we just need to end the game quickly. So we play this, paying life. I'm going to play the Chandra first because this plays around. I guess they can actually play days, so it doesn't really matter. So minus to kill the Gaunty. Kill this. Sacking Goblin. And then attack all out. If they leave back multiple Goblins, they can kill our Chandra, but I don't think they can afford to do that. Yeah, they need to get the Siege Gang off the table, probably. All right, so they made the block we expected. We hit them for the 6. They're down to 7. And now, I mean, we have a beefy board and a Planeswalker in play. So, their Ancient Tomb is becoming a liability. So I think we should be pretty much good to go. I mean, you never know in this format, but it would take a lot for them to get back into this. Pretty rare to see 2 Siege Gang commanders in the graveyard in a Vintage Q match, but we got there. So pretty sweet. That was a good round 1. Tough game 1, but then we got there. So good start. Red, white, aggro. So busted in this format. I will see you in round 2. Here we are for round 2 against Caleb Herber, and we are on the play, which is excellent, and we have an amazing hand, which is also excellent. So we need to decide if we want to play Gideon or Karn on turn 1. I think Gideon is stronger. Yeah, I think we should go with the Gideon. If they have a Force of Will, we're in really bad shape. Oh, and they're thinking about things. Oh, no. Well, we're going to go for it. I mean, if they have it, they have it. Nice. Okay. So this kills in 3 turns. Next turn, we can go Faithless Looting to try and find some more lands. All right, so I will loot, discard, Karn Mentor, I think. Play land, and we will attack. We could make more knights, but I think we just want to be as aggressive as possible and try and end this game. No play. Okay. Oh, they're Reanimator. Or they misclicked, but probably Reanimator if they let on Swamp. We have the sword, so that shuts down a lot. Oh, well, that's not very scary. So we will animate and hit for 7 again. And then I think I'm going to play... I don't care about Grizzlebrand with a Phyrexian Revoker, so I'm not going to name that. We can't name a fetch land. I think I'm going to name Black Lotus. I think that's really the only way they could get back into this at this point. So this is sort of what this deck was built to do. I mean, it's easier when you have Black Lotus, but we have enough Mox, and that's a good plan B. Just like play a turn 1 Planeswalker and then just win before they can do anything about it. Because most decks can't really interact with the board that well. I mean, I guess they're playing Ravenous Chupacabra, which is really good against us. But in general, if you stick an early Planeswalker, people aren't playing great ways to clean that up. All right, well, no sideboard really, so we'll just submit again. We have lands and spells, but it's not explosive enough. Yeah, I think we ship this. This is also awkward, but at least we have a 1-drop. I think I am going to keep this and just put back the 5-drop. This is bad, but I don't want to go too low, and yeah, having Giver on turn 1 is at least a decent start. So we can fetch up a Plateau here. It's possible we should have put back the Faithless Looting instead of the Siege Gang Commander, but I think I like keeping the looting here. Una's Prowler, okay. Well, I'm going to attack for 1. I think if they block and they don't discard, that's definitely a win for us. If they block and do discard a fatty, oh wait, then it wouldn't kill it either way. Okay, so that went through. We just hit for 1, sure. And now we can go. I'm going to fetch up another land. Black Lotus. And we can Chandra to kill the Una's Prowler. And then if they have a big fatty, we have 2 Swords of Plowshares to draw into his answers. And we can look at a decent number of cards with the looting. So that's something. Shieldred, okay. Now, do we want to play... Oh, well, that is a whole lot worse. I guess we do have Swords of Plowshares. So do we want to loot now? I don't think so. I think I'm going to pass. The only reason to loot now would be because it's a little bit more mana efficient, but we can add mana with Chandra if we really need to. Animate dead. Okay, so we're going to lose our Giver. I'm a little surprised they got that one. So, well, yeah, we just need to... We lose our Giver, which is annoying, but then we need to find our swords very quickly. So I'll start with... I guess... Oh, no. Flicker Wisp wouldn't do it. I'm trying to think if there's any reason why we would need double white, but I don't think there is, and we might want to discard both of these mountains. Nice. Okay, so discard mountain, and then I think Hellrider, and then we can play... Oh, this is actually great. We can put Sulfuric Vortex into play so they don't gain the life. So we discard those 2. Place mountain, add mana. Cast Sulfuric Vortex, which also makes Sphinx a lot less scary. And then Swords of Plowshares this, and they gain no life. That is some value right there. That's actually sweet. And now we have no gas left, but we do have a Chandra in play and a Sulfuric Vortex, so they're at a high life total and we have no creatures, but I still think it'll be hard for them to get back into this. If they reanimate the Sphinx, it's just a 6/6. It doesn't gain life. Okay, we take some damage here. All right, we will plus this. Koth. Oh, I wish we could play that, but we cannot. And then I'll just cast this. No play. Okay. So I'll fetch this up so we can play a 4-drop if we draw it. Now we're going to hit... okay, that works. So we can cast that. Yeah, I think that's better than not casting that. We'll just flicker one of our lands. And now it's really hard to imagine that way they get back into this. They're going down to 9 in their upkeep. We have 5 points of flying. We have Chandra that can kill most small creatures they could play. Even if they reanimate this, it doesn't do much because they don't have lifelink. I mean, this would kill us pretty quickly, but we can block it with these flyers because it has protection from red, but not from white. Bone Shredder, okay. That's actually sort of good. I will just sack this. I'd rather keep the 3/1 than the 2/1. Siege Gang Commander. Okay, I think I'm just going to add mana and cast that. All right, sweet. So we are really cruising through these rounds. Fast games, unsurprisingly, with this sort of deck. We are... Oh, they literally just got another trophy. So even if we get one, we're only maintaining our 2 trophy deficit. But that's all right. We will pick up this last one by winning in the finals. I'll see you there. All right, here we are for the finals against the Team Meat. Not sure exactly what that name is. And we have a bad hand. We'll ship this. Need to be more explosive than that. This is not ideal, but I think it is a keep. So we can keep and then put back probably just the Faithless Looting here. All of these cards I think I want. Faithless Looting is card disadvantage, and we're on the draw. I really would like to be more explosive than this, but I don't really want to go down to 5. The other thing is like, we could just like mulligan to like Black Lotus, Planeswalker, and we could have a decent chance of hitting something like that, even on a mold of 4 or something. But we just die to any form of interaction if we do that and have like no follow up, and so that's not really that appealing in a format where everyone is playing all the forces that they can. I would take a Black Lotus here though for sure, or Mox. Honestly, Mox could even be better. I didn't really think about the combo. Oof, that was a terrible draw. We'll play this. I didn't really think about the combo of Swords to Plowshares plus Sulfuric Vortex until it happened last game, but that's pretty sweet. All right, we're in the dark here, so I'm just going to play Selfless Spirit, not try and name something with a Revoker. Mentor, okay. Our draws have not been great. Okay, that resolved. I mean, this is just so underpowered for this format. Turn 2, 2-power creature. So I really don't like our chances, but we'll see. Third island. If they're mono blue, that would be great for us. Mono blue cannot play to the board very well at all. And they have no Moxen or anything. Land? Well, We could just go for a Koth, but I think that's not the right play into 3 untapped blue mana. I think we should just attack. And now I will cast this, and I think I'm going to name Jace the Mind Sculptor. They are really not doing too much. So far, literally all they've done is pay 2 life and then do nothing else. Okay. So play that, attack for 4, and then I think we're just going to go Mentor plus Lotus. I'd rather them counter the Mentor than the Koth. They could play a Venser here, I guess. Click. Okay, that resolves. Do we want to Swords that? I don't think we do. Yeah, I'm not going to Swords that. They can just trade off with one of these 2 creatures if they want to. They'll probably take our Koth away. They might actually take Banefire. Mentor, interesting. Okay. We'll see if they go for the block. Okay, would we rather keep the Selfless Spirit? I'm just going to let this happen, actually. If they play Jace, I don't even care that much. And now I'm just going to go for a post-combat Koth. Not exactly a normal way to use Koth, but we can play it around Spell Pierce. And we can play it around... and I mean, if they have Force, they have Force. But they can't use like a Counterspell or a Mana Leak or anything like that. Also, it's nice to fetch here to shuffle the Mentor back in, because that would be a decent draw. Do they have the Force of Will? They could also have Daze plus Spell Pierce, I guess, but if they have that, that's fine. Then it's trading for 2 cards and putting them back 1 land drop. Okay. Ooh, Brain Freeze. Interesting. I really wish we had Thalia. So I'll just drop Giver. It's not great, but speeds up the clock a little bit. Mana Vault, all right. Oof. Do they have a Draw 7 or Mind's Desire? Mind's Desire. Okay, that's better for me, I think. I mean, we'll see. They could get us, but 3 is not that much. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That's so annoying. Are you oh my... Okay, well, they killed it. That's actually ridiculous. Mind's Desire for 3 and hit 2 huge Titans. Jeez. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to concede to that. We gained them a bunch of life. There's not anything we can do. So that was that's very annoying, actually. That was incredibly unlucky. I think we'll name Moxed Sapphire now Friction Revoker going forward. And yeah, we just run it back. Jeez. I'm a little bit on tilt from that, to be honest. We even had the answer to one of them. Like, I mean, it's not great. They could draw set 4 cards and gain a ton of life, but then literally hitting 2 things like that. Okay, this hand can go turn 1 Selfless Spirit, turn 3 Koth. It's not great, but I think it's keepable. Best draw would probably be Sulfuric Vortex. Or just another Mox, just allowing us to play Koth next turn. I do like this deck as I think 4 fetch lands because it really mitigates the risk of just like drawing too many lands. Swords was not really a great draw. It could be good in some circumstances. Like I guess they could go like Tinker for something like that. But okay, now do we want to just jam the Koth here? Ooh. This is interesting. I mean, I would rather the Koth resolve. I think I'm going to play Sulfuric Vortex first. Like, I think it's very, very likely that they'll have a counterspell here. Oh, okay, it doesn't. All right, that's nice. That helps us out a lot because now we can Swords a Blightsteel or something like that without it really making it hard for us to close out the game. Okay. Sure. I think that helps us. I mean, we had 2 cards. Do we fire off Burst Lightning end of turn? I think we will. Yeah, we definitely should do that. Spirit of the Labyrinth and Lodestone Golem are both great. I would love... Oh, wait, we have enough mana for both. Yeah, this is going to be a really nice turn. I think they might just concede. So we will fire off the Burst Lightning, hit you for 2. We even have the Selfless Spirit to protect both of these, and the Sword to deal with any fatties that they draw into. We need to make sure to play the Lodestone Golem first, because otherwise we cannot play them both. Oh, well, now this is just absurd. That was the best Time Twister ever for us. And there's definitely no way they can beat that. That was just a back-breaking turn for them. So we hit them down at 10, they go to 8 in their upkeep, and then they die on our next attack step. And we can kill... I mean, I guess if they go... Even if they go Blightsteel plus Time Walk, we can block with a Giver of Runes and then kill them. All right, sweet. So that was very, very smooth. Time Twister is just bad against us. I still don't think we have any changes to make. I mean, Burst Lightning and Swords are both pretty underwhelming, but they're better than Stoneforge. I mean, I guess we could play an extra land. But I think the Swords are good, and Burst Lightning can at least speed up the clock, and it's good against Click. Yeah, we'll just run it back. I guess Banefire could be a land. Actually, I think I do like that. Banefire is just pretty bad. Like, yeah, that's not really what the game is about. Now, I can imagine a world where we get flooded, and that sucks, but there's also... Wait, what is going on here? There's, like, you know, there could also be, like, a really good hand that just doesn't have a land, and we have to ship it because of that, whereas Banefire will never take a bad hand and make it good. I guess we can pitch it to Chromox, which is something, but I still think Banefire is just pretty weak. Okay, this hand is bad, but Spirit of the Labyrinth is so good that I'm still going to keep it. I think we pitch Amiria's Call here. Okay, I hope they don't play turn 1 Time Twister. Well, they could definitely just do that. Okay, Probe for mana. So they can see their hand is basically just 1 Spirit of the Labyrinth, but we're just hoping that that 1 Spirit on turn 1 will be good enough. Flicker Wisp is a nice draw. So we'll go Plateau. We could also pitch one of the Swords. I think it actually is better to pitch one of the Swords. We might want a 4th land. Yeah, I think, and the double Swords is not necessary. So this shuts down Time Twister. I mean, they could still Mind's Desire into a big thing, or just play Tinker, but we still have our swords available. Ooh, no land. All right. Well, I'm happy we kept the extra land now if we drew that. So we'll hit for 3. They cannot play Vendilion Click. Then we go Plains, Flicker. I guess we actually don't have double red right now. So that's something to be aware of. So they're dead in 3 turns to these attacks. There's a swamp. Toxic Deluge would be pretty bad. There's also a really cool avatar. It's a cool looking dragon. Zodiac Dragon. Red Source, Black Lotus. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I'm going to play this untapped just because I can't imagine it mattering. And it gives us access to sacking a goblin this turn. All right, so now they're dead next turn. We have 11 damage on board exactly, and we can sack goblins to make it more damage. We have Swords to Plowshares available. We have 30 cards in the library, so Brain Freeze against that would be tough. Unfortunately, it would be really cool if we had enough mana to sack goblins to kill them in our upkeep before drawing a card with an empty library, but we can't do that. Okay, do I want to just fire off one of these goblins at their face here? I kind of think the answer is yes, since we're so constrained on red mana. Yeah, I'm going to do that. All right, wow. We got there, so I'll pull up the deck list. So this was our beautiful masterpiece. It was really, really strong. No Thalios or Vryn Wingmare, so that was a pretty big cost. But we had a lot of fast mana that was all on color. We actually only had 4 pieces of power. I mean, only. That's actually sort of low. That's probably below average, but the Chrome Moxes were very helpful. Our mana fixing was amazing. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 untapped dual lands. So even though we were only playing 12, and then also these. So yeah, our colored mana situation was great. We had a few sort of sketchy cards, but Siege Gang was honestly decent. And then, yeah, just like early Planeswalkers, and yeah, just a really, really strong, aggressive deck with good interaction. Sulfuric Vortex overperformed, I would say, and especially in conjunction with the swords. So really, really strong deck. I think Red White Aggro is a good deck in this format. You need the fast mana. This deck needs fast mana more than any other deck, I would say, other than maybe like Mono Blue Tinker. But yeah, this was just a really, really powerful deck. We got the Mox Ruby early on and the Plateau and never looked back and got the trophy to reward our efforts. Thank you for watching. I had a lot of fun. It's always refreshing to do well with a non-blue deck in this format, and I will see you next time.